Portions of the following show do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of News Talk 1450 WOL, One Incorporated, or their management.
It's showtime. It's my music. Hey.
Let's figure it out on the Archie Beslow radio show. He cares, he shares, he knows. The journey of our youth is in our control. So tell your family and tell your friends that the word on the street is we all should listen in. So let's figure it out on the Archie Beslow radio show.
Let's figure it out. Good morning. How's everybody doing? Welcome to WL 95.9 FM, 1450 AM, WLDCnews.com, where information is power. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. This is the Archie Beslow radio show. Let's figure it out. I'm so grateful to be back on the air once again. God has given me another day to reach out to my people. I want to send a special shout out to the Bridgman family. Rest in peace. My brother, my man, Bertel The Rock Bridgman was laid to rest yesterday. Very powerful dude, very dynamic man. The things, I'm in the studio with my guests, Arlene and Miss Sarah. We was just kind of just talking about just life and people and how Bert was able to do so much with so little. And him and his wife, Miss Tanya, they will always look up to myself and Arlene as being like very successful people, what have you. But little they know, we were always looking up to them, because when you can create something out of nothing and stay humble in spite of all the time, that's more than a blessing. That's just... So anyway, I don't want to get choked up. Everybody know Coach Archie. I can get sensitive. But Tanya, Nasheed, Malik, Naija, just want to let you guys know I love you, and I'll always be there to support you. You can have me anytime you need me. So in the studio, I'm going to get right to it. I have Miss Arlene. Miss Arlene, can you tell the people hello?
Hello, how is everyone doing today? I hope everyone's having a great time. I do want to shout out the Bridgman family. Tanya, you are a rock. They may have called Bert the Rock, but you are the rock. Just stay strong, my sister, and know I'm in your corner. I'm your ride or die. Remember that.
Outstanding. Miss Sarah, can you say something to the nice people out here? Now, Miss Sarah, she gonna try to be shy, but we gonna talk to the nice people.
I'm shy, but hi, my name is Sarah, and I do want to say that I'm here for Malik, Nasheed, and Miss Bridgman and Aisha. If you guys ever need some brownies or some cookies, then I can bake y'all up something.
Outstanding. All right, so we're going to get right into it. Today's show is about successful siblings, and to me it's very important in life. Like I said, you guys know my show is a solution-based show, so it's very important for me to bring my guests on that can actually help the masses. And when I was thinking about this show, Arlene, real talk, you kind of stood out, in my mind, and it wasn't so much because of your kids being successful, like David and Daniel and Sarah being successful, but we all know that in order to have successful kids, it has to come from the foundation of home. So I'm very grateful and thankful that you took the time out to come on my show to talk about this. So I want to get right into it. So I have some things that just for instance, just tell me what was your structure in your household to get Daniel and David and Sarah, to keep them on point?
Structure, or the lack thereof. The structure that I had for them, first of all, they got started in sports, not necessarily to be super duper world-class athletes. We're going to conquer the world and we're going to make a ton of money from it. No.
Right.
Their dad died when they were 8, 6, and 4.
Okay.
And his friends said to me, hey, if you want to keep your boys and your girl off the streets, you need to put them in structured programs where they have male mentors, female mentors, and their time is occupied all the time.
Amen.
Because as a single parent, you're not able to always be there all the time.
Right. That's very powerful. And the thing, so we often talk about that a lot on the air, and a lot of mentors talk about the consistency, the structure, and keeping our kids busy. So for the mom or the dad that don't have a car, that don't have the means or the resources to actually keep their kids involved, can you speak to that? What is some of the advice that you can possibly, give them to motivate them to continue on to try to make their kids successful?
Well, one, if you're talking about structure, does your child have a schedule?
Okay, amen.
Meaning, you know what time they need to be in school, you know what time they need to be home, and once they get home, what do you have at home for them to do other than television or video games to occupy them and grow them?
Right.
Do you have books available to them that they can, or audiobooks that they can listen to? Because there are a lot of free audiobooks and a lot of books in the libraries. Make use of that. Some of the libraries have after-school reading programs. Make use of that. So you don't have to have a lot of resources to be able to really groom your kids. And then, do you check on them?
Right.
I do pop buys.
There you go. There you go.
If I know where you're supposed to be,
You better be there.
you better be there.
Amen.
And you better be where you should be.
Right.
Or else it's gonna be the wrath of mom.
It's funny that you say that. And like I tell people oftentimes, the job of a mentor, the job of a coach, the job of a pastor, or a great parent is consistency. If we have to stay on the path of consistency in order to ensure growth, whether it be in the job community, whether it be in church, whether it be athletics. We oftentimes, I'm a football coach, as people may know, there's structure every practice. And in order for us to be successful, we have to have that structure. Now, does structure always mean that you're going to win? No, it doesn't. But structure gives you the opportunity to win. So a lot of us fall, if we try something one time, it doesn't work. If we try something one time, it does work. But you forget about what got you to the point of something working. So you just kind of winging it. So we have to get from the standpoint of winging things with our kids. And like Ms. Arlene said, it's about structure. It's about consistency. It's about taking charge of your child's life. It's not about money. It's not about having a car. It's about sitting down and actually putting some structure together. So now, Ms. Sarah, you sitting there, and so I need you to, you got a super powerful mom. What does structure mean to you, and how does structure help you?
Structure's like
Talking to Mike for me, dude.
Structure's like organization, and structure keeps you on point. If you don't have structure, then basically you can't really accomplish your goals as fast as you would if you had structure.
What stands out in your life? And I've always been proud of you.
My mom did?
Exactly. The structure, the things that your mom, because what's going on there, you're actually speaking to young women like yourself, and that's why I have you guys come on the show, because the kids hear it a lot from adults. But I want your peers to hear from you.
So one thing that my mom did that really stood out.
Yes, ma'am.
I have to say with my stepdad.
That's fine.
I talked to her. At first, she didn't date for a long time after my dad died. So then I really didn't think she was dating anyone.
Okay.
Then she brought me to the green home. I'm like, oh, it's the first dude she dated since dad died.
Okay, that's powerful.
But actually, she told me she had dated other men. She just never brought them home. So I thought that was a really good example for girls.
Amen.
How you don't have like men just going in and out your house.
Amen. That's why. See, Sarah know I get sensitive. And the reason why I say that, at the end of the day, life has to be transparent. This young lady is, what grade you in, Sarah?
11.
Sarah's in 11th grade, and the actions of her mom stuck in her mind. And so that goes to show you that our kids are paying attention to everything that we do. And for this young lady to make that powerful statement, that reiterates the importance of adults doing right by their kids at all costs. That's very powerful. And I know a lot of kids out here probably in that same situation. And in the situation, the scenario is probably not as well as Miss Arlene made sure that you guys went through a comfortable situation. There are a lot of adults out here that are not putting their kids first.
Yeah,
they doing them and telling the kids, hey, accept it. That's wrong on so many fronts. Wow. Okay. Let me look at my cheat sheet here. This is a public radio show. I can do what I want to do. This is my show. Nah. So what advice do you what advice can you give? It can be you as well. No. We can go to Sir. What advice can you give like young ladies, just in general, that other than your mom, that you've seen through your life and your years, that you're just tired of seeing what young ladies do, and you don't want them to do it anymore?
I'm not gonna say names.
No,
but
no,
I'm
never
so
say
tired of seeing some of my friends and seeing girls around the school get so hooked up on boys. Like, I'm in this Twitter group chat with girls all around the world, and they always talk about boys, always what boys are doing. And I just think it's really manipulative, and that at this age, you really shouldn't get involved in boys. You should focus on your goals, because they're trained to focus on the goals from birth, but we're trained to focus on, like, marriage and, like, the sense of love. But you want to be successful in life, but you can find love after you get success.
So I had a repeat moment. So on the Coach Archie show, there's always a moment I tell you to repeat something, but you was flowing so well. So you had said something that was very powerful. Let me try to figure out. I think you said something about not to reflect on boys. You need to reflect on what? How did you word it?
You need to focus on you, because boys, they're trained to focus on success from birth. Right. So why can't we do the same thing? Like, they're competing for boys' attention. Why can't we just compete for jobs and, like, get up there with them?
All right. Well, I hear the music in the background. That's always a sign for me. And my superstar engineer, Miss Tiny. So you listen to WL 95.9 FM, 1450 AM, WLDCnews.com, where information is power. And yes, this is the Archie Beslow radio show. Let's figure it out. We'll be right back after these commercials. So there you have it. I stay live. Very powerful. Miss Tammy Sewell said, Archie, we thank you for all you do as a mentor. Thank you so much. That means a lot to me. Arlene, you're awesome, raising kings and queens. That comes from Tammy.
Thank you, Tammy.
So we just in here chopping it up. We're trying to, like I said, I'm around a lot of people. Miss Arlene, and the thing she's done for her kids is just, to me, is just phenomenal. And I like for people to come on my show to share their success so that, you know, other people can kind of learn from it. So you want to say anything before I bring your brother in here to chop him up? Anything you want to tell the masses? Any life-changing, any?
My teacher and my mom, like, every adult I've ever known always told me this, and I didn't believe it until a few days ago. But no matter your race, where you're born, how old you are, what difficulties you might have, what mental disables you might have, that you can always do and accomplish your goal. And then even when you're down your lowest and you don't want to talk to anyone and you're just, like, crying and stuff, then you should always, I wouldn't say stick to God, because I know people have different religions, but, like, stick to what you believe in.
There you go.
Be strong, because at the end of the day, no one really has you like you except for you and your mom, and no one really knows you like you. So just do what works for you, be you, and then always pick yourself up. And as my stepdad would say, don't be a punk. Everyone goes through stuff in life. Just work it out.
11th grader. Listen to these kids. Please. I'll switch out with Dan. You can stay. Listen to these kids. They got a lot. Our kids are so powerful. Miss Tamika Douglas wanted me to tell you that you're doing a beautiful job. You want to tell Miss Tamika thanks?
Thank you.
Listen to the kids, y'all. I mean, it's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. Kids got a lot to talk about. Kids got a lot to share. Kids are highly intelligent. And you got to realize our kids are intimidated by us because they want to say things to us that we know. They want to say things to us that we don't know. But they know. But we don't take the time out to listen to them. We was just joined in the studio by my man Daniel George. Daniel, say hello to the people.
What's going on?
Yeah, Daniel. These are the two siblings that God put on my heart to bring on the show. Because I've been looking at these youngins for like many years. And the interaction they had amongst each other has been powerful. I feel bad because their older brother, David, is not here. And I thought David was another superstar. Dynamite young man. Doing it, very humble. Oh, my God. My man, what's up, Fats? My man, Vincent Moore, my brother. Top of the morning to y'all. What's good? You know Coach Fats, don't you?
From Fats Brothers?
Yeah. All right. So, this show is about our siblings and giving back, man. And that's what we're going to do. Yeah. All right, welcome back to the Archie Beslow radio show. Let's figure it out. Miss Arlene was just in here talking some very positive vibes about what it takes to be a parent and structuring and all that good stuff. So now the title of my show today is about successful siblings. So I have in the studio with me, I have my dynamite man, Daniel George, and the dynamite phenomenal Miss Sarah George is in the building. So what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to just throw some things at you. And there's no pressure. Just, speak from where you feel, how you feel about the question I'm going to throw out. And always remember that this is a solution-based show, and a lot of your peers are watching the show. So the things that you will extend to guys and ladies of your age will be very helpful. So I'm going to start out. I'm going to go right into it. What does character mean to you? We're going to start with you first, Danny. What does character mean?
Character is definitely like a big part of who you are as a person. Character really is it's like your first impression, how you impress yourself on somebody. It's like how you create relationships with people you might need sometime in the future. It's basically the person you are, who you are inside, who you are showing people outside, and it's just it.
Awesome. Okay. All right. What does respect mean to you, sir?
Respect.
Talking to the mic for me, sis. Yep. Respect. Come up here and talk to this mic. Let people hear your beautiful voice.
Respect will probably be how you treat people. People just that you meet, people that you admire, and respect just means how you treat those people. I mean, that's just what it means to me. I don't know how to explain.
That's fine. No, there's no wrong answer. Danny, you let me know. You tell me what respect means to you.
Respect. It's actually a big part of who I am, because I think everybody deserves respect until proven differently.
Okay.
So
no, everyone still deserves respect regardless.
I love siblings. Here we go. That's the show. Here we go.
Others is you want done onto you.
I know, but that's exactly what I'm saying. So if you do something to me that's messed up, and then the respect right there gets messed up, just like that. You want me to respect you, and you don't respect me.
I mean, I would still respect someone even if they disrespected me, because that's not who I am. Like, I can't disrespect you to your face. I'll feel bad and end up apologizing like 5 minutes later.
Two different people. Nah.
That's okay. All right. Yeah. Here we go. Siblings. Siblings. Now, so real talk and all. So that's the purpose of, because real talk, no one knows what respect is. People play around with the word respect. People do. So you're right, and you're right, because respect is something that we all should hold on to. We should make it positive. Respect just meaning to me. So let me tell you what respect means to me. Respect to me means doing right by God as much as you can on a regular basis without hurting someone else. That's respect. And the only person that can control respect is you. So I can't force you to respect me, but like you said, my character allows you to respect Coach Archie. Mm-hmm. You now being live on Facebook will cause somebody to respect an 11th grader that's a female just based off of what you said about your mom. You feel me? You see where I'm going with this? Respect is something like everything else that's created based off of your actions, not so much based off of another person's action. So I know there's a lot of people that love, and I don't like the word hate, that love and may dislike Coach Archie for whatever reason. But I'm cool with that, because at the same time, they still respect me because nobody denounces me. You feel me? Mm-hmm. So you cannot like a person, but you can respect the person. That's almost going back to what you're saying. You still have to kind of, hey, I smile and grin at people all day long, but the inside of me is burning. I mean, you know what I mean? But that's just... All right, so let's go here. Let me see. What advice from your peers has helped you? Has anybody in your circle growing up on your level has helped you with anything?
You want to go first?
You can go.
Yeah, talk to the mic for me, guys.
I would definitely say there are two people that really influenced me coming up as a young man. The first person would be my older brother, who really guided me throughout my whole life up until this point.
Super Dave, that's my man.
Yeah, showed me everything, what to do, what not to do, right from wrong. Yeah, growing up without a father, died at 5 when I was 5. Dave was kind of like that figure that took me through life.
Awesome.
And then coming into high school, I met Coach Phil at Oxon Hill. He was definitely the other person that really helped me through that stage of my life. The whole football, definitely the school aspect of it.
Awesome.
Teaching me how to go about, like how to carry myself, that's something that David couldn't do, not being like a grown
I
man.
get it.
And then Phil being a man showed me how to carry myself as a man. And yeah, that's these two people.
Come on, Miss Sarah.
I mean, the parents that gave me the best, only two parents that really gave me the best advice in my life were actually my two brothers. Because they didn't actually say anything to me. It's just that they didn't go easy on me. Mm-hmm. Even when we played football, they would tackle me into thorn bushes. So, but they basically teach me that the world's not going to go easy on you. And that even if you're a girl, you can still go head to toe with the men in life. And that no matter what you go through, no matter how much pain you go through, you got to finish the game. You got to get your end result, and you got to win in life. Wow.
Siblings. I love it. Question. I love this one. So, and we'll start with you first, sir. I'm going to give you guys a chance to let this formulate in your brains. If you had the opportunity to speak at the Super Bowl during halftime, let me let this marinate a little bit, and the message that you have to speak on to forward to your peers, and you, mind you, halftime Super Bowl, you're speaking to millions of people. You want your brother to start, or you want to speak on it?
I mean, I can go first.
You go
if
first.
You want to go?
You saying basically like what would be speaking?
This the halftime at the Super Bowl, young man. They say, "Hey, Daniel George, you doing successful things. You're great. Blah 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 blah. We need you to tell the world what made you who you are, and what can you tell them that they need to do to stay consistent." You got it? Mm-hmm. You got it? You want to go? Go for it.
So I would say that there are definitely a lot of mistakes that I made in life, but I would never change anyone. I would never try to back away from my past, because my past made me who I am, the good things and bad. And that going forward you have to learn that just because you have to accept everyone for who they are, because at the end of the day, it's the good people that get ahead of life. It's the good people that enjoy life. So no matter if someone's like black, white, Asian, gay, whatever, dyslexic, you can always treat them as equal. Always, I'm on laughing in the background, but always be nice.
She trying to get her own show. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying.
Go ahead.
It's just that you have to treat everyone as equal, because at the end of the day, we're all human and we're all going to get ahead, and we can't be pinned against each other like this whole dark-skinned girls winning, white girls winning, dark-skinned boys are winning, even though they are. We can't pin this against each other, and we have to be one community, because at the end of the day, we're all here to live in this life. To have fun.
I want you to give a little short promo, because this warms my heart. This is the main reason why I started this radio show, to kind of weed these adults out and start bringing y'all youngins up in here so y'all can have them. And it's working. But mind you, I love the parents. I need the parents. But this is an 11th grader that's speaking like she's in her third year in college, about to graduate college. And in a lot of cases, adults, administrators, politicians, you name it, they just don't take the time out to listen to y'all, man. And I'm saying, it blows me, because Coach Archie, I become Coach Archie because my entire life has been to advocate for you guys. So I can walk around with a smile on my face every day. I can walk around with my chest sticking out, because I'm living for a purpose. And the purpose is to bring out the beauty like you just spoke on. To me, that's powerful, man. So I'm sorry, I can go off on a tangent. Come on, Dan, because your sister got me on. Yeah.
For me, if I spoke at the Super Bowl, I just tell my peers, there are a lot of core values that we all need that our generation doesn't have. So it's a lot of kids walk around here without respect. They don't carry themselves the right way. They're not disciplined. They don't have a plan for their life, and that's just not the way. That's not the way I live. Right. Coming up from a youngin', I definitely wanted to play in the NFL, and I kind of set goals for myself, and I've achieved everything up until this point. So I would definitely say everybody has to set a plan for their life, what they want to do, and stay disciplined to that plan.
All right. Yeah. Work for it. Go ahead, finish your thought, baby.
Work for it.
My man. This is the youngin' show. Hey, finish your thoughts. Hey, we want the world to know. Man, y'all touching my heart. Like I said, I love it. Yeah. It's okay to be quiet. I'm just saying. This is. But with me, I'm a real dude. I'm not going to sit behind this mic and be structurally correct and do everything perfect. Nah, because I'm an emotional type of guy. So I like to think before I speak. I like to receive. When people talk to me, that's another thing that is a far gone reality. People don't listen anymore. You know, so I came up, it's okay, dude. So I came up listening to a lot. I came up listening to the homeless guy. I came up listening to the drunk person. I came up listening to the abused female. I listened to them because what happened was I learned so much. So these darn commercials, I love my engineer though because she's always on point. But we're going to come back and speak more with this young man, this young lady, very powerful. Yes, you are listening to WL 95.9 FM 1450 AM, WLDCnews.com, where information is power. This is the Archie Beslow Radio Show. Let's figure it out, and we'll be right back.
News Talk 1450.
All right, good job, gang. Before y'all, so I'm gonna go one-on-one with your brother. Any closing remarks for your crew?
I definitely have to say, I have to speak on what he said, that about morals and stuff. If you have no morals, then no one's going to want to hang with you, because at the end of the day, yeah, you're fun to hang around because you're making people laugh and stuff. But when it comes to like a professional setting, when it comes to applying for colleges, they're going to look at your social media, be like, oh, they did this? Well, I don't want them to come over here and disrespect my teachers, or I don't want to bring them into the professional setting because I'm going to be embarrassed. Like, yes, you can have fun, but it's like, just have it a different way. Like, just don't be disrespectful to people when you're having fun. Don't try to break rules because, hey, I might as well just break the rules because it's fun, because that's not going to get you anywhere in life. It's just going to get you straight to the bottom.
So right about now, me and Miss Sarah's going to do a Facebook Live high five. Go on, man. Just go, man. Just go. Hey, y'all missing it. Our young people have so much to offer us. Whether it's a great young person that's doing great things, or a young person that's doing not so great things, they have a message and they're speaking out to you to not just help them, but to help yourself. I'm just saying, man. Dan, what's up, Dan? Dad in the building. We got Dad in the building. We got my man John in the studio. That's my man John on the other side. John don't know he's going to get ahead. Yeah, John playing me. His buck going to come up here too. He trying to be all bashful and all shy. Listen out for that dude, man. When the Oxon Hill finds us, he going to be a straight animal. He going to do big things. What's my man? I don't believe my man.
DeJuan, that's the quarterback for myself.
What?
Yeah.
We got DeJuan. Well, okay, my man DeJuan.
They said if you want him to come in, then come in.
I got you. We gonna figure out based off of how much time we got, cause I love to see young men doing positive things, man.
I even wrote a play about that.
So we ain't on air yet, but me and you gonna chop it up once we come back on the air live. But I can't tell you enough. I'm proud of you. You know, and you know that. The things that you are doing, the things that your sister's doing, the things that David is doing, and also the things that your mom is doing, also the things that your stepdad is doing, man. It's amazing. It's amazing that a lot of people don't tap into families that are doing well. It doesn't help to just pick up the phone and call Arlene and be like, and see what she's doing, or call your stepdad and be like, hey. You know what I mean? It's like we need to step out of ourselves and really seek that help that we really need. You feel me? What you think?
What do I think about that?
Yeah, just people just helping each other, man.
I think it's a big factor, because somebody may have the tools that you don't have for a certain aspect in your life that you really need. So if you can go get that from somebody else, go get the help from somebody else, definitely you can go do that.
Yes.
Definitely.
All right. So yeah, I'm still. That darn syrup. Okay, we coming back up?
I do recommend it.
Okay, that ain't nothing.
And it took me months.
That was a liquor ad. I thought that was my music to come back on. Hey man, how do they deal with peer pressure or naysayers? I got you, Darlene. I'm gonna touch on that when we come back on.
Peer pressure, naysayers.
Hey, Carol, how you doing? Thanks for being a strong supporter for me, Miss Carol.
Start by taking a simple 1-minute wrist test.
Yeah, we're gonna address that, Darlene, on the other end.
But he can't say that in reverse.
What's up, Dad? What's up, D. Malloy?
Facebook Live.
Yeah, we about to come back up now. That's the head bopping music. Sometimes you gotta feel it. You gotta feel it. Dan, you feel it?
I feel that.
All right, welcome back to the Archie Beslow Radio Show. Let's figure it out. Like you guys, I always tell you guys, thanks for listening because you could be doing something else. But I am grateful and I'm thankful and I praise God each and every day to even have a radio show to let the people know about our youth and our youth that are doing great things in different organizations that we have out. Dynamite Parents like Miss Arlene. There's so many. I mean, I can go on and on and on. But right now we're going to chop it up with Danny. So I've been coaching now for a long time. And all the kids I coach, I become attached to them. I become attached to them in a way that I'm emotionally attached to them. Not so much because of where they're going to go with their athletic careers, but I'm attached to them because their parents actually allowed me to come into their lives and be a part of their growth. And I don't take that for granted, and I would never take that for granted. And I often tell people, when I'm in your life, I will be in your life for the rest of your life. I'm not the type of coach that's going to call you every day, all day, but you always got to know that I love you, and I will always be there for you if you need me. And I just thought I wanted to get that out. So, yeah, I get emotional sometimes. So, yeah, we have Dan in the studio. So, Dan, tell the world, outside of what we just talked about, your next move. For us, and I'm not. So when I say next move, and I'm not talking about just sports related. I'm just saying your next move. You're about to graduate. Yeah, you're about to graduate high school. You're about to go into college. You're about to become a man. You're about to make some decisions that mom, dad, they can't just. They ain't gonna be the savior all the time.
Some decisions they may not like too.
Hey, wait a minute.
Next, I'm gonna graduate high school in May. I go to Penn State for football in June. Trying to get straight to the grind, straight to work. I definitely want to come out there, get on the field, make an impact as a freshman. So right now I'm just working towards that goal every day. I'm in the gym, in the books, just trying to get it done.
What's your goal? What's your goal once you step into that first classroom at Penn State? What's going to be your mindset when you get your first textbook or when you have to write your first paper? What's your mindset in that? Because you got to start thinking about that now because it's like around the corner.
Pretty much just attack. I want to attack everything I do when I get up there. In the class, I know I got to sit in the front, pay attention, no cell phone.
Oh, so I missed it on your sister. So repeat that.
What, in the classroom?
Where you going to sit at in the classroom?
Oh, right in the front.
Okay, amen.
Front center. Definitely. That's in every class too because I know college is a big step from high school to college, so
yes, sir.
I got to be able to adjust and stuff like that to the new culture.
If you had one thing to do over in high school, one thing, whether it be good, bad, or indifferent, what would you like to do over in high school?
I think it would just come to the realization that I can really like go places in life earlier. Because I know as a freshman, it wasn't like as serious as my sophomore year. Because my freshman year, I didn't have any offers, no looks until like a little bit after the season. That's when I really realized, oh, I could do this. Like I can go to college for like on a full ride, play football, and hopefully get to the NFL. So I would definitely take my 9th grade year serious.
Okay.
More serious.
Taking 9th grade serious, taking 1st grade serious, taking 4th grade serious, taking 6th grade serious. This is a product of education and, excuse me, and I'm going to say great parenting. People say, well, great is giving her too much or great is giving dad too much. No, it is what it is. Great is a product of consistency to put your kids in the best situation to be the best them they can be. Not the best football player, not the best academic dude, not the best cheerleader, not the best engineer, but the best person they can be. So at the end of the day, whoever Daniel's going to become, it's going to become because of the help of mom and dad and of your siblings. But at the end of the day, guess who's going to have to make that decision on who they want to be?
Me.
It's going to be you. Now, do you feel as though, and I'm not putting you on the spot, Now, do you feel as though that you're equipped with everything that you've got thus far to go into college and make proper decisions?
I definitely do, because my mother instilled a great foundation in me.
Amen.
Definitely. Growing up, there were no streets or like just hanging out all day.
You ain't need it.
I was in the books.
It set
I
you
was
back.
in the field.
In the
just
books,
like that.
All right. I can vouch for the young man. He has a great work ethic. Very humble dude. So I like to. So we had a situation when I was coaching Danny, and I'll never have anything bad to say about my players, and it's not even a bad situation. But Dan had gave like 135% in one game. And I think one particular play didn't turn out right, and everybody knows Coach Archie. I stayed low-key about it. So after the game, I didn't know whether to pick Danny up, choke him, slam him, hug him, or whatever. But I just stood and kind of was the last person to leave the field. And I'll never forget this. This young man came back to me, gave me a hug, and said, "Coach, I apologize." And that kind of floored me, because at the end of the day, it showed, even when you was young, that you was humble enough to know that you had done something that made somebody feel a certain way. And you could have easily went on about your life, but that passion that you have in your heart to make sure that you validate everything that you do, son, is powerful. And even adults don't have that mechanism to, what word I'm looking for, to actually worry about how the next person is feeling. That attribute carries you a long way in life. And I can honestly say you have that. I can go back to the kid, Daquan, the special needs kid that we played, when everybody looked at us like, well, what are we going to do with him? And I came over to you, I said, Danny, your job is to protect him. And I don't know if you remember in Baltimore, when I first put him on the kickoff team, great story, Daquan ran down the field, and Daniel ran behind him to make sure that nobody just, man.
I remember that.
You remember that? Remember that, Quan? It just speaks volumes to who you are. It speaks volumes to where you're going to go. I know you're going to be successful just because of your foundation. But what I do encourage you to do is, every chance you get, if you see a young man or even a young lady, always offer advice, because your mom got to where she was because of listening to people. Obviously, Sarah got to where she was from listening to mom and dad. David, I feel bad. I should have told David to come, because now that brother of yours, early on when I first met your brother, he has a personality and a spirit in him, man, that's, if you can sell it in CVS, David would be crazy. What? That dude is like, that's a one-of-a-kind person. I'm telling you, man, it's not like he's not even from this planet. It's like, when I see him, I don't know, but anyway, yeah, I'm gonna have to bring Dave on too, man. I love to see young people doing well. I love to see young people respecting themselves, respecting their parents, and respecting others, and also respecting God. And you guys have that component that covers it all. And that's why I wanted you to come on this show. We can talk about Penn State and all to me, that's Danny. You feel me? So I'm not here to, just celebrate that, because that's something you earned. But I am here to celebrate the man that you are, because the man that you are is never going to leave. There's going to be life after football. There's going to be life after Oxon Hill, like there was life after Patuxent. There's going to be life after mom and dad and your sister. There's going to be a point in time where Danny has to just go and be Danny. And I think you prepared for it, man.
Yeah, I was just about to say, I really think I'm ready for that part of my life.
I know you are.
Definitely through my mom, just having a well-rounded household as a whole. Like, because growing up, my brother and I went at it. Like,
siblings.
Like, it was times where she tried to break it up and almost got in the middle of it.
Right.
And almost got ugly. But she definitely...
Well, I don't know. Arlene, like, she got a nice little right. I don't know. Yeah.
Called her a couple times. So, yeah, just her being there in my life, taking me through the whole thing, making sure I am who I need to be for the later part of my life. That's probably what really got me ready.
I got you. I want you to make sure that you and I know that you will, that you stay connected with Nasheed and Malik. Like, we have a village. Everybody that knows us, we have a village. Just like we rallying around Jai. Jai is another phenomenal, special kid. You guys y'all are just great kids, man. And
sometimes unfortunate things happen.
Yeah, things happen.
How it is.
It does. But you guys have the one thing that I know that you guys have is you have support. You guys have phenomenal support, unlimited support. And what kids need to learn is that support comes from just listening. And you guys have listened the whole entire time. All right. So we're gonna take a break. We're gonna come back and close out with the show. Again, you listen to the Archie Beslow radio show, Let's Figure It Out, where information is power on WL 95.9, 1450 AM. Thanking God once again for giving me the platform to speak and to encourage our youth and get these families on the up and up. We'll be back. All right. Yep. Come on back. We're gonna get you grab a chair for your mom out there. All right. I'm loving it. Good morning. Good morning. You got a chair, Mom? You got another chair?
Good morning.
Okay, cool. Nah, my shows go so fast. You guys are great, man.
Thank you. Oh, wait, you have to get in first.
Yeah, get my man in here. So I done got so I ain't even get no calls today. Y'all, that lets you know how good your show going when you don't even go to the phone line. I know people like, wait, is he gonna ask us to call in? Let me see here. That's my fault. I'm saying. Y'all done just wove me. So yeah, good show. So what we do now is, and we're actually live, and people know me. I go live. I keep it 100. Very powerful show. The things that you shared about Mom, that's what the world will only be a better place if people are transparent in their growth. Because it doesn't make sense for you to go through something and come out of it as successful as you are, because you're a dynamite young lady, and you speak, the way you speak is very profound, and there are a lot of young ladies that are shy. So just by you speaking, so now an adult will bring a young lady and watch my live stream and be like, hey, you should come see this young lady Sarah speak. So now she'll look at you speak and she'll go off, and then she'll start thinking, well, if she can do it, I can do it.
Yeah, because my mom didn't know this actually, and my brother didn't know it. It wasn't until like recently where I was like, hey guys, I overcame, I used to have anxiety and stuff. I would go to school, it would be hard to breathe. I would go in public, it would be hard to breathe. But then it's after a while, with all this support that I had, my mom and my brother, and then it was just really, I get touchy when I'm talking on the subject.
That's fine. No, hey.
But it was at the end of the day, you have to love you as a girl in this age, because this world is just really hard on us.
Yeah.
So, talk to your mom, talk to your siblings. I'm trying not to cry.
Yeah, you're going to make me low. I say, okay, I'm going to look over here. Yeah, but yeah, so, okay, I can't say it enough. Our youth, at this point in the world, it should be a joint effort. It shouldn't be us as adults just dictating, just saying, do this, why you do that, why you didn't put this away, why you didn't put that away. Hey, there are a lot of times I done been in adults' houses where the dishes is stacked high. Why you ain't washed the dishes today? Because I guess you ain't why your trash ain't taken out. Why your dirty clothes overflowing. Do you ever ask yourself? A young lady came on my show a couple of weeks back, and they was saying, we don't get what you guys go through in school. And then you go through everything you go through in school, then you have to come home. And it's a continuation. You're woo, can I get a break? You feel me?
Yeah,
but
tough.
Adults need to hear that. Because it kind of threw me off. I'm like, oh, wow. Makes sense. Because when I come home from work, I want to just chill.
Yeah,
But
when we come home from school, it's more school in our bag for us to do.
you feel me?
Because then it's like, you go to practice right after school, get tired.
You
go to school, you go to practice, you come home, you're tired. Next thing you know, you get in the house, and the first thing you hear is, you gotta do your homework, you gotta do these dishes, you gotta do your chores, and like, so then you're just like, I'm just not gonna do it then.
All right, we're back. We're back. The Archie Beslow Radio Show. In the studio with me today have Miss Arlene, Sister Sarah, and my man Daniel George. Great show. So now we're gonna just kind of we just talk in general. Yeah, we're gonna just kind of chop it up. Make sure you guys talk in the mic for me. It's very. I'm very touched. Like I say, it wasn't no doubt in my mind that this was gonna be a good show because you guys are. You know, I admire you guys, and like your mom reaching out to me, that means a lot. And I, you know, when you coach anybody's, I know, right? When you coach anybody's kids, there's a respect, there's an obligation for one, and there's a respect factor that we as coaches have to win over. And the reality is, but as coaches, we look forward to being involved with good parents. And your mom has, your mom has been that person to help, you know, the teen moms, to help other kids. You know, with her medical background, she was always on the spot. And I tell parents that you have to do things so that other people can learn from you. So, and your mom does it without even thinking about it. And that becomes how you guys turn out the way that you are. Do you guys, what do you admire about your mom, sir?
I mean, it's hard to say. Like,
come talk to the mic. Like you got 200,000 people listening to you. They ain't gonna hear you way back then.
I just admire everything about my mom. Like, she's very strong, and I don't know what to say. It's just like I look at her, and I just love everything. Like, she's strong, she's compassionate, she always helps others, and she just goes after her goals. Like, I've never had someone like tell me they're gonna do something, then actually like, I did. Hold on, let me rephrase that. A lot of people have told me what they wanted to do, but not a lot of people I know have acted on it.
Amen.
My mom, everything she told me, every goal she wanted to ever set, she's always made that goal. She's always set an example for me. And I just love that.
All right, Danny. That mother and son love. That mother and son love.
So I would definitely say the thing I most admire about my mom is how strong she is, definitely. Growing up, a single mother, 3 kids, it's tough. And she definitely handled it in the best way possible, raised us all perfectly as she could. I mean, you have 3 great examples of kids.
Got that right, cosign.
And growing up, she was our example of what being a good human being was.
Awesome.
Just a well-rounded person, going about life the way it's supposed to be. Yeah, she says she's going to do something, she's going to do it. Every goal she's ever wanted, she chased it, she got it. And that's just what we live by now.
Amen.
Just little beings of her.
I had a show a couple of weeks ago, and I don't want to leave. I definitely want to leave your stepdad out because the roles of step parents to me are downplayed, and I want to personally commend your stepdad for being consistent in who he is, and for actually receiving the torch and the challenge to actually make sure that you guys stay on point, and at the same time making sure he's loving your mom and making sure your mom is on point. So you guys, you have to give a shout out to your, you have to.
I'll talk first.
There you go. Yeah.
Okay, so about my stepdad, I really love my stepdad, and I have to say we really did put him through a lot. Like, there are times when he was just like, I had enough of you guys, I want to leave. But I know he loves us and we love him, even though sometimes we're like, all 3 of us would like gang up on him, and then mom would be like, hold up, y'all can't do that.
Amen.
But we do owe.
That's what my mind.
There you go. Amen.
Like,
there you go.
He really was like, he's like a dad.
Awesome.
And he's like a father figure to me. And I also loved how Najee and Taji took us into, and
Awesome.
they were like, so they're my brothers too. So when people ask me how many brothers you have, I say 5.
Awesome.
4.
4.
4.
I got you.
I was counting. What's his name? So
Okay.
then,
Amen.
so I just had to say that, like, shout out to my stepdad because he loves us and he keeps it 100. And no matter, like, I'll give him so much attitude sometimes to the point where I'm like, I need to go apologize to him.
Right.
And then it's just, yeah, I have to say, he's very strong, and he did play a good role. He did help raise us, too, so he deserves some credit, too.
Awesome. All right, Danny.
Robert Green. I know he's been in our life for, I want to say, 10 years now.
Awesome.
So, football-wise, he literally made me the player that I am.
Awesome.
As soon as he started, he started taking me out on the field when I was about 10 years old, and I didn't even want to play football. I hated football at first.
Got you.
But then I came to Patuxent Rhinos. I met you, definitely, Coach Tim, and then Green just took me out on the field on my own, and we practiced a lot of receiver stuff, and that's what I like. That's what I am now.
Awesome.
I'm a receiver, and I know it couldn't have been easy for him coming in trying to raise 3 children as his own, 3 difficult children, definitely, and then the oldest one, David and him get into it a lot, but I think they probably had the best relationship out of all of us.
Powerful.
Yeah, he's definitely a good guy.
I gotta give him a shout out too. I can't leave him
wait a
out.
minute. All right.
I can't leave him out. 'Cause strong black women
Yes, ma'am.
get a negative rep by the press.
Understood.
It does take a strong black man to deal with a strong black woman. But one of the things that Green has allowed me to do is be me.
Okay.
Be strong and not have to back down.
Okay.
And at first, sometimes, as a woman, you look at me, I want you to be the man. You need to be the man. You need to be strong. You need to step up. Why I got to deal with everything?
Right.
And you have to understand, as a step parent, it's hard coming in. My mom had to tell me this.
Yeah.
She said, you're going to have to take the lead. This way, he's backing you up.
Okay.
And there's not a lot of friction between him and the kids.
Right.
Because you're taking the lead, and all he's coming in behind you to say is, didn't your mom say,
Amen.
y'all need to get it done? Because she told you, and y'all need to make sure that she's taken care of. So shout out to Green for letting me be a strong black woman.
Shout out to Brother Green from Coach Archie. Nah, real talk. He's a great dude, great coach, man. And like I said, I'd have been remiss if I didn't take the time out to do that, because like I said, a lot of, and like Miss Arlene said, you know, to me, step parenting, as a step parent or co-parenting, what have you, is very important, because at the end of the day, it's still a responsibility, and for him to step up to that responsibility speaks volumes to who he is as a man. And I see him often. He has a very humble soul, very spirited guy, and he is another figure, another grown man that I also admire, that I actually pay attention to. And it's not hard for me to say that. You know, a lot of dudes live to be on top. And a guy like myself and like Rob, you know, we look and we listen to people, you know, and we like to stay behind the scenes. We like to be humble, because the more humble we are, the more we stay behind the scenes, the more we can help. When you out there, you really can't help, because now you get sidetracked with a whole bunch of different things. So I do want to commend him for being a stand-up guy. And it's a great show, man. You guys, you know, y'all chopping it up with Coach Archie. You know, we got history. We go back in the day. And yeah, a lot of memories, and this is, like they say, it takes a village to raise, and that's so true in so many ways. And I would entertain Sir when you guys was off doing whatever. I would make sure that I would crack a couple of jokes with her to keep her attention, because it's a part of it. Mm-hmm. You never want something to be more important than something else, and that's even with family. Family has its own level, so you don't want to say, well, my family is more important than this. Well, that's not always the case, because there's going to come a time where there's going to be something that is more important than family. You know what I mean? That you can't just sit back and stop and think about, oh, wow, well, I got to do this before I do that. Nah, you can't act that way. That's why your mom has equipped you. And this dynamite young lady here, girl, we're going to have to create a, yeah, you know, my mind, okay, you're going to be back, whatever. She going to be, Sarah going to be back, because I already know what's going to happen. My email gonna blow up. The young lady that you had on the show, blah blah blah. I'm telling you how it happens. So just be prepared. You know.
I think she should put a plug in for the Women of the Future Club at Oxon Hill High School. Shout out to Oxon Hill High School.
Women of Tomorrow.
Can we get them in the studio? What are we doing? Can we get them in the studio?
Yeah, I'll talk to them.
Let's do that.
Because they really like opportunities. Like, we're looking for guest speakers to come out and talk to our girls, because lately, what we've been trying to do, the club has kind of been falling down, because we don't really have any speakers to come and have people who experience these things come and talk to them.
Gotcha.
So it's basically just us trying to give them what we know. What we're the
I can
same
come
age.
speak to him because I talk. Yeah.
And no offense, but like, it has to be like a girl.
Oh, no, I'm gonna take offense to that, but I'm also gonna receive it. Not real talk, because you got
No, it's just my sponsor. Since it's like Women of Tomorrow, then it's like kind of for women.
Well, that took us to the ending of the show. But yeah, my feelings was hurt about that. We'll talk offline. It's a joke. Renegade, once again, a Dynamite show. I got my man Bush McAllis about to come in and out of sports. Dynamite young man doing great things. Thank you guys for tuning in. I love you all. God has truly blessed me. WL 95.9 FM, 1450 AM, WLDCnews.com, where information is power. Thank you. Talk to you guys next week. Peace. All right, y'all. Thank you, family. I'll see y'all on the other side. Love y'all. Peace.